31 videos and not even one is Detective Conan? What am I doing? I think it's enough for Sonify videos. You can check them out over there. But for now, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Joby, and today we're going to be talking about the 1000th file of Detective Conan. So it's not actually going to be a full-on review, it's actually just going to be my impression and how I feel about this whole thing. So first off, this is a bit nitpicky for me, but I thought the 1000th file would be a really big file and actually have lots of pages, but it's just a normal issue and it's really fine with me. And I also thought that it would actually also end a story instead of start a story. But I understand the psychology behind it, because if people see that this is the 1000th file of Detective Conan and they come and pick it up and they read it, they should be hooked on to read the next few chapters at least. So that's a really smart move from Gosho and I really appreciate it. So for all you guys that have not read Detective Conan in a while, long story short, Aya loses her phone charm. Don't worry, it doesn't die. It just gets badly damaged. But Conan just goes and saves it. He saves the replica. So Conan goes and saves the replica. It's actually someone else's replica of the same toy. So Conan goes and saves the replica that was someone else's that he had found and tried to save it. Yeah, I believe that's it. So then he gets a cold and then Aya grows a conscience and gives him the tablet even though he has a cold. Best synopsis ever. That's basically all that happened up till now, and this is actually part of the story in this chapter as well, so it's not that big of a deal. One thing that seems a bit off to me is the duration of his transformation. Is it just me, or does anyone else notice this? One explanation is that this might be a new antidote created by Aya, and that's why she was explicitly giving him some instructions. Or the other reason might be because he's really sick. So in this special file we get the return of Shinichi Kudo or Jimmy Kudo, or whatever you call him. So this is really amazing. He's just as quirky and just as amazing as he was in the first episode, and it's really amazing to see him back. But one thing that I really wanted to see in this 1000th file was something that actually did happen, and that was the meetup of Sera and Kudo. That was literally amazing. I knew that something would happen, and yes, I was really happy. Just even for those few panels, it was really exciting to read it, and it was so amazing. After that we see a bit of Kudo and Ran, and that's totally amazing, but then we see a Kudo family friend come up to Shinichi. Her name is Karachi and she's an actor, and she knows Kudo's mom, and she knows Kudo since he was a kid, so that's really cool. And I don't know, was this a good file? For sure, this was an excellent file. But is this worth the 1000th chapter mark? That is something that I am not sure right now, and I would really like to hear your thoughts down in the comments below and see what you guys think. But I don't know, something seems a bit off in this. It's just me and not exactly the manga's fault, so I believe it might actually grow on me. After that we see that she actually wants Kudo to decipher a cipher. Yeah, I know, it's kind of cool, and plus you're staying in the same place. That is totally Detective Conan coincidence. Even though we saw a lot of Kudo, we did see a bit of Conan through the flashbacks. That is what I was talking before about, that Kudo had a cold and he got the antidote from Aya, and yeah, everything turns out fine. That being said, as usual, someone dies in this. And then we see footprints on the ceiling, which had to do something with the story before the plot. That means foreshadowing, as usual. But you know what I really want to see in this arc? Please give me something related to the Black Organization, or something that moves the story a bit more forward, instead of just giving us a filler chapter. As long as this does some character development for Conan, Kudo, or Ran, or anyone else in the whole Detective Conan franchise, that would be amazing. I'm just really fed up of some of the filler stuff that come in between, but recently we haven't seen that many filler chapters, so that's really cool, and I hope they don't start it now. But am I excited for the next chapter? Of course! So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video, because the grind can't stop. Bye.